Hi, Pisces. Wow, there's a lot of activity going on with you, and wow, the cards are coming out very fast and falling. All right, boom. Well, a big cycle, a big ending, big ending, big changes, major changes in you and how you feel, how you decide to do things. This is very, sorry, I just got a cat. Hey, little Peach. She's eating aloe. Hey, no. She knows too when I look at her. So this is like very interactive. There may be something or someone in your life that you know when you look at, or when they look at you, they know that there's something wrong or something happened, or they know they did something that isn't usually welcomed. There's a little bit of that going on, and you sense it. You're trusting your intuition a lot more. You're gaining even more confidence in that. You're learning to emotionally evolve in a way that, yes, Pisces is emotionally evolved, but as a Pisces sun, I believe we're always growing into the sign that is our sun sign. And if this is for your rising sign or moon sign, the rising sign, you're very much, your persona has changed. It has become different to the people around you, and maybe even more poised. You might feel more poised in your life. And if there's a Leo in your life, we'll go with strength for now. We'll get into that stuff into the second part. Oh my God, I'm looking at the strength card. This is the Ace of Cups. So the second part, we'll look at the cards. It will be on a Patreon link below. The Ace of Cups is about what you can have, the fulfillment, the abundance. It's all real. It's all around you. It's within the boundaries you've created for yourself, especially this Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords situation. There's someone you feel like you've turned your back to, or they've turned your back on you. And I know that sounds super dramatic, but it's not. It's actually like a real big realization, because it could be this too. So this is what happens when I really get truthful and clear about what boundary or something I need to put up or create in my life. Say hello to little Peach. It's Peach Fuzz, everyone. So, or Pisces, are those watching for Pisces. So she's a little Aquarian. You may be distracted by the cute and fuzzy or the sweetness, but she did take a little nip at me, which she does every once in a while. When you put up a boundary or create something, a belief, or decide something for yourself, there can be a tendency to make you make this reaction, or if you feel different about someone's presence, or you really see through someone, or their truth is shown to you, and it no longer fits or is how you want to live and who you want to be around, or what situations you want to be in. You now have the strength and understanding and value and worth even stronger in your life to, whether it's make slow changes, or the strength to either say something, face it, or it becomes very clear to you. It becomes very clear that it's up to you to acknowledge it for what it is, no matter how strong it comes up, no matter how much it may feel like there's pressure. You have this abundance floating around you. And my question to you is, why do you want someone else, or you giving up your power to someone else, to take that away from you? And I know that's a big read, but that's a cycle that you guys go through. It's like you're here, you're building, you're on the top, and then all of a sudden you give away, or your overblown exploited sense of ego gets in the way of the best things happening to you. And if there's someone in your life who's offering you this chance, know that you're strong enough now. Also, you'll see what's been holding you back. What actually holds you back from making a move that may feel more powerful than it sounds. We have the reversed Seven of Pentacles and reversed Tower. So it's because you know things are going to change. But the bottom of the deck here is that it's the celebration and the kind of change you're looking for. Which one do you want? Do you want, it's like options. Like, do you want the one commitment, true love, one way of doing things? Do you want to have, how do you really want things? Is this commitment going to bring you here to having this fulfillment? Again, Ace of Cups, this is basically that, if you add one to it. Everything you want in a partnership, in a career, like true fulfillment and joy. And then here you get to express your joy. So you can choose, they all go hand in hand, but it's also all a repercussion if you're willing to make that big step. So we'll leave them at the bottom of the deck, and I'll show you more in the second part. But you know that the upheaval is over, because the biggest upheaval for you, you're not, being a mutable sign, you're not inflexible. You don't know not how to move. You know, once you start going, you just start going, and it's like you just start spreading like the sea and healing even more and becoming so much stronger. And for others of you, it can become that, but in the negative way. So this is a really, and it sounds like a lot, and it is. Taurus month is really asking you, because you guys have these similarities, like very superficial similarities, but also these really strong similarities, and that you're both so strong. Like the weight of who you are and how you move it changes a lot more than just you. And I'm not putting pressure on you. I'm just having you recognize the power that you hold. And sometimes it's like it's like you go back and forth, especially throughout this life. It's obvious why. But I think all of these placements in Pisces are pushing you forward and saying you've already done the heavy lifting. You've already done all of this. Now it's about really putting it into your life in a way that you may think you're losing out, but you're not. You may think that you need to move again, but you don't. It's more just like you're already here, and it's time to act on it when the moments present itself. And if you ask for it and you create these boundaries and you allow the seeds to grow out of the subconscious, and you really take a note of how you handle things, you'll notice that exactly what you need and exactly the opportunities you need to present those come right to your door. And you're willing not to fight what cannot, what you understand, what you come to is this understanding that you're no longer willing to fight what you know you can't change right now. And that's huge. That's a deep healing for you. Fighting is a big thing. It's also very healing to understand and be in, when, even if your Mars isn't in Pisces, it's also deeply powerful to understand what Mars is like in your sign. In your sign, no matter where Pisces falls for you, if you're watching this for a Pisces, it's really quite productive for you. Because the biggest thing is that you notice how other people interact during this time. And you are understanding something really important right now about yourself. And it continues into Gemini season, maybe a little differently, you know? And it continues. Your structure, power structure, ego structure is changing. And if a Pisces can do that, and if a Pisces can allow that and engage with it when necessary, there's literally nothing that can stop you. And I feel like every other sign feels just as empowered to do it, because you're like Taurus in the sense that you can stay stuck in certain places regardless if they serve you. You might even find yourself in justification of these things serving you at some points. And then you finally get to this place where you're just like, is that just like my ego talking because I'm loyal, or I'm this, or I'm that? Like, it's okay for you to, aren't I a mutable sign? We're in Taurus season. It's showing you where you're fixed. It's showing all those mutable signs. That's the theme I'm getting for you guys. Where you're fixed, where you are where you're not actually as flexible as maybe you need to be right now, because a lot is changing, having Taurus and Scorpio deeply changing, deeper things that it may have been you for a while and now it's not. And maybe if there's a Taurus in your life, also Capricorn or Leo, you take a look at their lives and you see something and you're like, oh, a lot is changing. And it's kind of time for you to accept the change that's coming to you, whether you want to jump on it or not. You can still allow yourself those moments of relaxation. The strength is the woman closing the lion's mouth. And that's kind of what I've been doing with her, because she likes to nip because she's a little baby. And now she's licking me and purring. And it's up to you to allow yourself to purr in ways that you maybe used to bite. Maybe someone says something to you and you get, or says something in front of you, or has a conversation in front of you where you get a lot of insight on what you've needed to for a while. So this month I'd say pay attention. Pay attention. What's growing right now is what you need to focus on more than anything else. What has grown? Very specifically for you. All right, Pisces? All information to work with me one-on-one is below. Second part reading will be below. And yeah. See? Playful. I will see you next month.